Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Diablo 3. I am your friendly neighborhood Pokeprof, here once again with Lobo and A-kun.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
When we last left off, we had gone to Old Tristram, killed some of the wretched mothers, and now we're going to be talking to Leah to start up our next quest.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
And now we have her as a party member. Now, one thing we'll mention, it's a little early for me to actually be mentioning it, but I'm still going to anyway, is that you'll actually unlock three particular party members throughout your adventure that will actually join you in lieu of actual, player characters that are your friends. So if you don't have an A-kun or a Lobo like I do, they'll actually go and join you, and you can actually equip them and get them prepared for, all the adventures. But what I tend to do is whenever I come back to Tristram for one reason or another,
What are we doing?
I always double check to make sure that there's more books. Because you can easily, if you just go and speed through this, you can easily miss a good chunk of experience. As a matter of fact, in Leah's room, there was another book. I don't think there's one in Cain's house.
It's not polite to go through other people's things, don't you?
No.
No, there is not. So you boys go ahead and go grab that, and we'll head over to the Old Tristram, okay?
We're on it.
Now, one thing I wanted to actually mention that I was being a bit of a dupe on from the last episode is you actually have your collection right here, to where it's like those wings that A-kun had. I can equip them onto me right now if I want to. You can get a bunch of different wings. Like Lobo has wings from Mercy in Overwatch because he bought the Overwatch special edition pack, I think.
Origins Edition?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can get pets, which are usually unlocked through doing different events in Diablo, portrait frames, and pennants.
I have these two.
Actually, can I equip my pennant? Yeah, so now I have the Hero of the Storm pennant thing from when I played Heroes. Oh my god, you're freaking Kerrigan.
Yes!
Okay, so are you going to be Kerrigan from this point onward, or...?
Might as well. Yeah.
Oh, no, you're not Kerrigan. You're freaking Illidan.
No, I don't have Starcraft, and if I did, I would have Kerrigan's wings too.
Alright, anyway, to the old ruins.
Teleport to you!
Here, let me open the gate.
Follow me around. You actually do get achievements for doing different things. You should probably
Adria was my
do that.
mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard. What about your father? I'm told he was a great warrior.
Special chest over here, guys.
Tristram fought the demons.
Alright, so... While at this point of the game, it's, we're going to be fighting fairly easy enemies and whatnot, it does get harder later on.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I will mention is that by us actually having multiple players here, the enemies in Natural are going to be stronger than they would be if you were playing solo.
Yes, they are. And you also get an increased chance of drops too.
Look, a hidden cellar. Follow me.
This is a place of power. Your mother hid her secrets here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Enemies! Now, one thing I will go and mention right off the bat that some people actually had a major complaint when it came to
Here's the
Leah
key, and my mother's
is the fact that she seems to constantly doubt Deckard Cain about like Diablo and the like, and yet she's constantly dealing with zombies and everything.
We may have need of them.
I know that's a big problem for a lot of people. Ooh, level 5. Ooh, I now have fire bats. So instead of my grasp of the dead, which I never use, I can go and spew bats into the air.
Go, my pretties.
Got a new belt.
Don't forget that sometimes you have to talk to There's achievements for talking to NPCs multiple times and getting their full story.
Yeah, you really, if you want to go and do a whole bunch of achievements, there are a bunch of achievements just from like either doing different items, getting different items, picking up gold, you know, pretty much anything. It's basically Blizzard did their absolute best to make World of Warcraft achievements happen in Diablo.
I now fire galaxies.
Pretty much. Come on, boys.
Okay.
Lobo, you've played this game more than any of us. You don't need the story.
I know.
Or at least not the in-depth story. The basic story will do.
I know. But I like hearing them talk and stuff. I love the lore in this game.
Oh yeah, and I like the lore too, but I also don't think people want to be sitting around for an hour and a half just listening to story.
Okay.
Another lost.
Hey, he's dead. Zombies.
Zambles.
Yeah, at this point of the game, though, most of the zombies are pretty easy to deal with.
Yes.
Is Tristram Cathedral.
Where's the
It's
church?
Any
lies
chests
within.
over here?
Money is.
Is there any chests over here?
Damage bracers. We can't open that yet.
Nah, not yet. We gotta go through the cathedral first.
Yep.
Alright.
Cathedral level 1.
Out of 2 or 3, I think.
3,
3.
I believe.
But as you can see, this
Here
is
the
where
fire fell from the sky.
the star fell,
Strange magic
and we're gonna
comes
have
from
to
below.
follow it.
Break the chandelier.
Now, this is probably one of the more entertaining things about Diablo 3 is the fact that you have a lot of destructible areas around here that could result in you having increased kills and just abilities to defeat enemies.
Traps.
There's also a bunch of
My name is
lore
Lockdown,
and whatnot that you can
and I'm
find in
cursed.
here as well. The basic lore of this area is, well, essentially we have the Lich King here. And don't you guys try to think of any other way of it. It's the Lich King.
Hey now, it's Proto-Lich King.
Lich King. Ooh, I'll take that. That's a lot more... yeah, that's right. They changed the health potion, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. You don't need to buy them anymore.
Nah. On the one
Path
hand,
of
I can
Exile.
on the
Enjoy this.
understand that. On the other hand, now one thing I do want to mention is that a lot of the special monsters, we just killed a bunch of them right there.
Some foul new
Those
disease.
guys will actually go and usually appear in groups of 3.
It was Lazarus.
You know, unless the monster is like a monster that spawns monsters, and then in that case, usually it's only a group of 1.
A group of 1 with minions, really.
Oh yeah. And depending on what it is, sometimes the minions themselves are powered up as well.
True.
Also, you find something good?
Well, I found a dagger that I can't use.
Ooh. As you can see, we're starting to get a little bit more into the dangerous areas.
Boom! All you are mine.
Yeah. Ooh, we just got...
I overflow with blessings.
Oh, that's nice. Got a nice little experience boost for killing a bunch of enemies at once. And this is where I also want to take one moment to point out one of the major differences between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Because unlike Diablo 2, where a lot of your abilities were just basic there, and you actually had special items that you could find that could enhance or change those abilities, those are baked right into you from the get-go in the form of runes. These skill runes will go and change whatever your abilities were before. So, for example, my Poison Dart ability that I started the adventure off with would be pretty weak But now, when I have the Splinters rune equipped, it will shoot 3 darts instead of 1, and those do actually damage equal to what would a normal attack be. In some cases, it's a matter of choose what's strongest, and other cases, it's a matter of choose what you like. Me, I normally...
utility.
Yeah, that too. It's like, for me, I normally like my spiders, so for the most part, I'll be sticking with them, but I will at least try to show off any new abilities I get. So give me one moment, please. There we go.
Take your time, we're just breaking things.
Yeah. Alright, I think it's time for us to move on forward. Yeah, as you can already see, being able to fire 3 poison darts instead of just 1 does a really nice increase to my damage.
Okay.
But yeah, you can always tell where you need to go next because you'll always see a little, like, golden ping on your map that will tell you, hey, this is where you gotta go next.
But though, you do want to at least try to fill out the map, though. You never know what you might miss.
You want to fill out the map as much as possible because you never know if there's like a monster or a hidden event. Careful. Like, because they're, you know, to make this game as entertaining as possible, Blizzard really did their best to try to make sure there's like, hey, here's all the different little things that you can find.
But that means we'll be backtracking quite a bit because there are a lot of areas we've swept past.
Yeah, there is.
There we go. That's what I was saying. Look.
Wait.
Yeah, we did miss one area back there, so if you guys want to pop back there real fast.
Let's do it.
Now, unfortunately, at this point of the game, we don't have any real movement abilities. We will all be getting it. I think out of everyone, the Crusader probably has the best movement ability.
Ah, the horse.
Yeah, because they literally get a jump on a frickin' horse and ride it. I think my movement ability is mostly just
yours is Spectral Walk.
Yeah, it's mostly designed to keep me safe rather than to have me be able to move around the map pretty fast.
Oh, it will help you get around though.
Oh yeah, too true.
Help you get around. So yeah, we are very slow right now.
Yeah. Now you want to be careful with the grotesque enemies because they will go and kill you.
Pool of Reflection.
Yeah, Pool of Reflection. You will find certain pools throughout the game that will do different abilities. This particular one will basically gives us bonus experience for a short time. You'll see the bonus experience by the fact that there'll be this kind of little pip in your experience bar that will basically say, hey, this is what it is. Ooh, a 2-handed sword. It's actually in better damage-wise, but it loses some of my special effects, so I will not use that one.
And it's two-handed, so you will be attacking a lot slower.
Oh, the Power Globe. Power
Nephilim Glory.
Yeah. Power Globes will give us a special effect, well, basically where we're going to be having increased abilities and effects for a short time. The more of these globes we collect, or the more enemies we kill, will increase how much this will actually just, you know, power us up. Unfortunately, since we're in a low-level area and early in the game, it's not going to do much, if at all. Oh, I think I heard a treasure goblin.
Yes, you did.
Yep, there it is. Let's kill the treasure goblin. Kill the treasure goblin.
Correct.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Yay!
Got it.
Treasure goblins are one of the best enemies to go and kill in Diablo 3 for the simple fact that, well, they give you a lot of stuff. They got a bunch of incredible items on their person. In my case, it was an upgrade for at least one item here. And they'll give you also a bunch of crafting materials as well. The higher up you go in the difficulty ratings, the even more treasure they'll give you. Since we're on normal, they didn't give us that much, but we thought it would be better to be on normal and actually be able to play the game relatively easily than have to deal with anything that might kill us in one shot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's stuff down there if you want to go get it.
Ooh, board axe. Or broad axe, bruh. Board axe. It's an
That
axe.
sounds like a terrible superhero.
You know, it's an axe made out of cardboard. That's what it is. Alright, well with that, I'm a little sad because usually in the first level of the cathedral they have at least one special event for you to go through, and it looks like that did not spawn this time around. But
Maybe it just spoiled us with the spawns earlier.
yeah, with those rooms and then the treasure goblin. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It'll probably be in level 2 or level 3 because it is randomly generated too, so you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. That's why you always really want to try your absolute best to make sure you go through and find as much of the secrets as possible. Like, check all the little nook and crannies. I don't think we will always be doing this, especially in some of the later stages, because those things get quite large.
Yes, they do.
But at the very least, we're going to try to look around best we can. Just because we would rather be able to show just about everything we can.
I'm right behind you guys. Don't worry about me.
Just making sure, dude.
I'm just throwing random galaxies everywhere.
I noticed. Why are you throwing black holes at people?
I'm trying to break stuff.
That was always A-kun's favorite ability when we played this originally. Oh, we go to an event. Events are very interesting because they basically will usually be a storyline or a boss.
Minions, stay back.
And in this particular case, it will actually prevent you from going in there without the rest of your party being ready.
The Skeleton King.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones.
And basically say hello to Arthas. Now here's a quick question for you, Lobo, because you might know. Can you actually let Cain die here?
No.
Help! Help!
You cannot.
Alright, I was just curious.
He's actually integral to the story, so he cannot die here.
I was just curious because I never, not helped him out. There we go. That was easy enough.
Ooh. Yes.
Ooh, boots. Yeah, boots.
Unidentified helmet.
Ooh, wow, so you actually have something.
You already got a
unidentified.
legendary already.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
New transmog too.
Are you serious? Wow.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
Your niece asked me to find you, and I agreed.
Oh, it is wonderful.
Yeah, because
to
we're the
hear
good
that
guys,
Leah is
Deckard.
well.
We're always going to help
I fear
people
the
out.
worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found.
And Deckard Cain is for some reason a beloved character.
We must
He is.
discuss the
Probably
fallen
more for
star.
Diablo 2 than
Follow
Diablo
me
3, I think.
To Tristram.
Well, he's like the grandpa you always wanted,
But never knew.
but never knew.
I'm just popping over here to see if there's any treasure. There is not. Ooh, there looks to be... No, that's the cathedral. Yeah. 'cause
Nope, that's
now
the
we're-
entrance.
Yeah, because now we're just right back to where we were.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, there's a dead adventure over there. I don't think he dropped anything though. But
Alright,
We've
I'm
done
going
it
to
for
meet you
years.
guys back in New Tristram. Oh, because I also forgot. Story.
I have kept my word to
Where
Leah
behind you?
and rescued her Uncle Cain.
story
I
time.
pulled him from the clutches of the Skeleton King, who still holds the fallen star.
You gotta think, they had to do a lot of different voice actors going in and saying, hey, here's the exact same storyline, but from the male perspective, and then the female perspective, and then the demon hunter, and so on and so forth.
Well, if anybody would like to know, the person who voices the Crusader is the same voice of Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, really?
And the person who voices the wizard is Princess Azula from Avatar: Last Airbender.
Oh God.
That's 2 famous people.
Oh, it's freaking Blizzard, dude. They're gonna get a lot
Of course, it's Blizzard. You know they're gonna get the best.
All right, so let's talk to Leah. Continue the story here.
Uncle, you're alive.
Thanks to you
Yes,
and your friend here.
skip.
I seek your wisdom. Tell me of the fallen star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as
kind
a
of like
sign
making them
that the
spin
end
around
has
when
begun.
You know, I'm
Please,
talking to them.
Uncle. Not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
All right. So now here's the question, boys. Do you think we should continue on just a little bit longer, or do you think we should hold off until the next episode?
It's all on you, buddy. What do you want to do?
By the way, that's the item I got.
Jesus,
Leoric's
you got
crown.
Leoric's
Already?
crown already? Okay.
Wow, lucky, man.
Just for
Nice.
those of you watching, that particular item is something that normally drops off the first major boss of this chapter that we have to deal with. The fact that A-kun got it right off the frickin' bat is more than a little annoying.
From Head Cleaver, of all people, too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, so with all that said, I think we're going to head and call it now. Because we got a little bit of more of a venture ahead of us.
That
So
we
in-
do.
So until then, folks, I think we'll go ahead and say
This way.
goodbye.
Bye. Hugs.
Bye.
All right. Until then, folks, take care. We'll see you next time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play bleh.
Dark Souls. Yes, Dark Souls
No,
3.
no. Okay.
Good addition.
Scratch that. I'm gonna cut that out.
I think we should leave it in.
Shut up.
Should have kept it.
Okay, starting
At least
in.
toss it in like as a blooper. episode or
I'm
something.
sorry, I'm so used to freaking Darksiders right now. Anyway, starting
Souls.
in 3, 2, 1.